folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to use Curepro, which is from Curepro resin. Used to be just for you online. Shows you how long I've had this. Yeah, I've not got much left. I've got about that much left, but I've not used this for about, God, a year, maybe a year and a half. So with everybody doing Curepro and rice paper, I went down the rabbit hole. And before I go on, there's loads of rice papers that I've seen, beautiful yarns. Sally started making me want to do it, and then Leanne put up an order that she had got from the Secret of Decoupage, and there were some beautiful designs. So I was on there, and I've got loads in my basket, and I thought before I go and jump into all of them, I'm going to try it with some napkins first. So I've got these napkins. I've had them for a couple of years now. With this in mind, but I just never got into it. Got these for Asda, 20 napkins, and they're 3 ply. So 4 designs on 4 Bs on each napkin. So get loads out of that. So yeah, so I'm going to get this mixed up. I've got some in my jug here. I'm just going to go and get some water, get this mixed up, and then I'll come back to you. I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. Also just got to say, because I don't think I've seen anybody using the Curepro from Apex Resin. It is demold after 30 to 60 minutes. The pot life is 10 to 15 minutes at 23 degrees. Full cure is 24 to 48 hours. Can easily be sanded. The mixing ratio is 100 to 30. So it's 1 to 3. For example, 100 grams of water, powder to 30 grams of water, or 300 grams of powder to 90 grams of water. But it's really forgiving, like I did go by measurements anymore, but that's just because I pen consistency that it should be. So here we go. It's all mixed up. No lumps. And if you're interested in that, you can get 30%, wish it was 30%, 15% off using the code Resin Rebel. It will be in the description box. Right, so I will just get my mould up here. The mould that I'm using is the Fantasy Tree mould from Moulds and Shapes. And I have mixed up a lot of this because I want to do something else as well. I'll come to that when we come to it. Yeah, so Susie from Serendipity Creations, I'm sure she uses Aquacast. I can't remember what Sally uses, and I can't remember what Leanne uses. Amy's been at it as well. I think she was using from Bondcraft, I think. And sure, did Tina do some? I'm not sure what she used either. Can't remember off the top of my head. So just get pouring this in. I might have made it a bit on the thicker side. I think I'm just going to thin that out just a tiny wee touch. Just do a drop of water. Oh, sorry, I just knocked you. Please let me hold that to make you feel thick. Yeah, I just want to thin it out just a wee bit because this mould's got ridges in it. Do you want that wee bubbles? See, that's what's good about it. You can make it a little bit thinner or a little bit thicker depending on what you're doing. Like if you're wanting a marble, you want it to be thicker so it doesn't blend as much. And if you're just doing a straight pour, probably a little bit thinner, just so that we do get less chance of bubbles. Right, I think that should be it now. It's the only thing about using a 4-coaster mould. still pretty thick, to be honest. I might actually thin it down for the other mould, because the other mould's like a pot type thing. Hey folks, right, I'm back to demold these. Now I'm going to put them up on a cup to dry. Nothing really to see, to be honest. But I will come back to you once they're dry and we'll do the next step. Get these out and then I'll get the... Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Right, I'm going to do some decoupage. You've seen me making the eco-pour coasters. Got these napkins from Asda. They're 3-ply. You get 20 napkins. And it's like 4 images on one sheet. So I've cut the 4 images out. And I'm going to do something different on each 4 coaster. I've never done this before, so I thought I would try this off camera to see what it was like. So this is one that I've done, which is just purely decoupage, which is just that image. I cut out the bee, well, I ripped the bee out like that, and then ripped out some of the flowers because that wouldn't fit on there, the flowers wouldn't fit on. So I had to rip out the flowers and then make it sort of fit around. So that's that one, and I'm going to give it a top coat of resin once I'm finished them all. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the others. First of all, we'll get this picture, we'll get this bee ripped out. So basically, you just want to rip it because if you do straight lines, you can see the straight lines, if that makes sense. Wait a minute. Like, here you can't really see where the edges of the paper are, and that's because it's been ripped. I tried to put it on straight, but you can see it. You can see the edge. So it's better off to rip it. And oh my god, how many napkins have I went through trying to do this perfect. Just because of legs and stuff. Right, so I'm not going to make you watch all this all the way through because it is painful. I will come off camera and rip the rest of this napkin and then I'll come back to you. Sorry, I've done that thing where you think you're recording but you're not. So what I've done is I've given this coaster a coat of this, which is Create and Bloom Finish. It's an all-in-one anti-yellowing glue, sealant and varnish. So I've done that and I'm putting this flower on with it as well. Just using the same method of, oh no, right, that petal's broke. That's alright because that's where I'll put my thing, my bee. So I'm just holding it in the middle. And if you're using real flowers, just be gentle, unlike me. Make sure you go over the whole lot of the flower. Make sure every bit of it is totally coated. I just need to check where I need this one because I want to put 3 in. Yeah. But also remember, this is the first time I've done anything like this, decoupage or anything. But if you know me, I'm one for not doing plain things. I've got to either add something to it or do something a little bit different. I like to do things different. Right, I'm just going to do the same with this last flower. Just hold it there. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I can't just do the bee. I was going to just do, that was my plan in my head, just to do the bee, but when I put it on, I was like, no, it's too plain. It's not right. I need something else. I need to do something else. So this is what I came up with. I was thinking, thought for a wee while, and this was the best solution, or the best thought that I had. Yeah, I'm going to rip that. I should have glued this one underneath as well. There's air underneath there now. I'm not sure how that will affect when I put resin on it. So do be like me. If you've got to do this, you've got to try it. Do what I've done with these two, put glue underneath first. Now I want to take my bee and put my bee about there. Just a tad. Yeah, about there. About there, I think. So I'm just going to do the exact same with the bee. Yeah, I just wanted to try this because what I wanted to see if I was going to enjoy this process before I dove in and got rice paper. But I've heard the rice paper's easier than the napkins because the napkins can rip really easily and wrinkle very easily. But I've heard that the rice papers are a bit more tougher than the single ply of the napkin. So yeah, I just wanted to see first if I was going to enjoy the process, which I actually really do. So I'm going to go and buy some rice papers. But yeah, I had to try it first before I went ahead and bought rice papers. And then maybe didn't use them, but I'm definitely going to use them because I really enjoy the process. So what do you think of that? I'm not going to be finished with this or any of these because, like I said, I want to put a top coat on and I'm maybe going to add other things to them. So this one, I'm going to do the flowers around here like this. So I'll probably fast forward for this so you don't have to watch all that again. But yeah, I'm going to put these flowers around outside for this one. I was going to do them all the same and then I'm like, nah, I do like doing things same. So here we are, not doing any of them the same, but still keeping them on the same theme. With the bee, they've all got the bee in them. I'm going to put some on the back of this because of how the other ones went. I know these ones are much flatter, but just to be on the safe side. There we go. That's them all on anyway. Right, now let me seal the top of them. Now where do I want my bee to be? Where do I want bee to be? So I've just laid this bee here and I'm just going to stick it down. I think that's an okay place. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this to dry, and I think I'm actually going to come back and do a second coat tomorrow, just to make sure everything's properly, like all these flowers are sealed properly. I wouldn't like to put a resin coat on and then something happen. You know what I mean? Right, so I'll show you. So there's that one and that one you just seen me do. And then I have that one that I showed you when I first started. This was the first one that I'd done. And this was the second one I'd done. I've no put on these flowers yet, these forget-me-nots, but I'm going to. That was my first one. I went and left the stem on for the flower. I'm sure you, yeah, you can see that. Where for these ones, I took the stems off. I should have took the stem off on that one as well, but it was my first one, so I didn't know what it was going to be like. So what I'm going to do with this one is just put on these forget-me-nots in a few places, just to fill up, because there's just too much white there for me personally. So I'm just going to put a thin layer of this just all over, because this was done earlier on today. This will be like the second coat for this one. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go and get some rice papers and do some more of this with rice papers, because yeah, the process is really enjoyable. It's fun. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that, because I can me, I'll just keep going and then it'll be too much. Right, so that's it so far. I can give this one a second coat, because that one was done earlier as well. So while I'm here, I'll just do it. So that's how the four of them are looking just now. So I will see you tomorrow for the next stage. Thanks for watching up until now. Bye for now. Hey folks, right, I'm back. I've mixed up my resin. It is the Apex Curepro from Apex Resin. Best one for top coats. Yeah, so I'm just going to give them a top coat. I thought I'd just bring you along. I have seen a few folk that must be new to resin. So yeah, I just thought I would show the best way to top coat. Put in the middle and drag it out to the ends. And if you just flick it like that, as long as you're not flicking her too much, it should, surface tension should keep it on. Yeah, there was somebody the other day there that couldn't, that it was pulling away for the edges. But she obviously just didn't put enough on. You need to put enough on. If you did put enough on, it'll pull away for the edges and you'll have what they call either fish eyes or like dimples in your resin. That's not something that you want, so what to do is cover your piece with resin and then just keep checking it, because if there's not enough on it, you'll soon see it starting to either pull away or dimple in places. This is the first time I've done a coaster like this, anything at all like this, to be honest. I just wanted to see what it would be like, if it would work. I have got rice paper coming, which is supposed to be much easier to work with than the napkins. The amount of napkins that I didn't waste, but when I was trying to rip out the bee, they would end up ripping the bee and then I'd have to start again. So hopefully the rice papers are more durable. I've heard that they are, so we'll see. I've got a few coming. You know what I'm like, I can't just buy one of something. Right, see, I've just put that on, but I can see there's a dimple there, there's a dimple here. So what to do is just move on to your next coaster, and then by the time you've done your next coaster, it should have either levelled out, and then you should be able to see if you need more resin or not. Right, so I'm going to leave that one. Oh, wait a minute, I can see something. A bit that's not just right there. Right, I'm going to leave that like that and let that settle. And then I'll go into this one. And just put it in the middle. And work your way out from the middle. I'm just being extra cautious because these are real flowers. I have sealed them with sealant. Just to be on the safe side. But still don't want to rip any of them or that, so just being careful. That's a couple of dogs going past the house, how dare they? Rusty's like, not happy. He's very protective over his house. They were bred, last episodes were guard dogs for the Tibetans. They were the ones that were right out, the furthest out, because they would make the most noise. And then they had the bigger dogs, I think it was the Tibetan Mastiffs, closer beside them. So when he does that, there's not much I can do. That's just in him. I'll do these other two off camera. I think you want to see me doing this another twice, do you? Right, so I will do these two off camera and then I'll come back to you when they're cured and show you them then. Thanks for watching, folks. See you soon. Hey folks, right, I'm back to show you these coasters that I've done with the bees. So that's them all cured. Perfect top coat. So this is the one with the flowers around it. Turned out really pretty. I never know that that was a napkin. Well, the bee came for a napkin anyway. Well, the flowers are real. And this one. And I'm not sure if you can see, yeah, see just a tiny wee bit of sparkle that's in the top coat. Put a tiny bit of Petra Youngblood's Sparkle White in it. And it's just a tiny bit, you can just see it. every now and again when you turn it. But yeah, so that's the second. And this one, put some sunflower stickers on it and forget-me-nots. Top coat is done with Curepro from Apex. Discount code resin rebel, it will be in my description box. Definitely worth saving 15%. And this top coat, I just poured it and then left it. And this one, the only thing with this is because the napkin has went over the flowers, you can actually see the napkin. But if I had placed the bee like this, you can't see it. Can't see the edging, but you can on this one. But it was my first try, so hey ho way. I wanted to do the bee over the 3 flowers, but I would have had to go right in there. Still really pretty though. And for my first try, I think it's not bad. So, thanks for watching, folks. Thanks to all my subscribers and everyone that watches to the end. I hope you enjoyed this, hope you got something from it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.